What if the biggest reason your idea fails isn't the idea itself, but how you build it? In The Lean Startup by Eric Ries, you'll discover a completely different way to build products, businesses, or even content. Instead of guessing what people want and spending months creating something perfect, this approach teaches you how to test your ideas in the real world, learn quickly, and adjust before it's too late. At its heart, this is about one simple shift. Stop trying to be right from the beginning and start trying to learn as fast as possible. Most people believe success comes from careful planning. You sit down, map everything out, predict the future, and then build step by step. But the reality is, no matter how smart you are, you can't fully predict what people will actually use, like, or pay for. So instead of relying on assumptions, you use a simple loop: build, measure, learn. You start by building a small version of your idea. Not something huge, not something perfect, just something real enough to test. Then you measure how people respond. Not what they say, but what they actually do. And finally, you learn from that behavior and decide what to do next. Imagine you want to create a fitness app. The traditional way would be to spend months building dozens of features, designing everything beautifully, and then launching it. But what if nobody uses it? With this approach, you do something different. You create a very simple version, maybe just one workout plan and a basic interface. You give it to a small group of people and watch what happens. Do they open it? Do they come back? Do they finish the workouts? If they don't, you don't keep building. You learn and adjust. That's the key difference. You're not trying to prove your idea is right. You're trying to find out if it's wrong as quickly as possible. This leads to one of the most powerful ideas in the book: the minimum viable product, or MVP. An MVP is the simplest version of your idea that still allows you to test it. It's not meant to impress people. It's meant to teach you something. Most people delay starting because they want everything to be perfect. They think they need the best design, the best features, the best setup. But perfection slows you down. And worse, it hides the truth. Because if you spend months building something perfect that nobody wants, you've wasted time you can't get back. Instead, imagine you want to create an online course. Instead of recording 20 lessons, editing everything perfectly, and launching a full product, you start with just one lesson. You share it with a small audience. You see how they respond. Do they watch it fully? Do they ask for more? Do they engage? If yes, you continue. If not, you adjust your content, your topic, or your approach. Your first version is not your final version. It's just the beginning of your learning process. And that brings us to something even deeper: validated learning. It's easy to think you're making progress just because you're busy. You're working, building, planning. But real progress only happens when you learn something that changes your decisions. Validated learning means every step you take gives you real evidence about what works and what doesn't. Not opinions, not guesses, real behavior. For example, let's say you start a YouTube channel. You believe motivational videos will perform best. You create several videos, put effort into them, and upload consistently. But when you check your analytics, you notice something interesting. People click your motivational videos, but they don't watch them fully. However, your storytelling videos have higher watch time and better engagement. That's a signal. That's real learning. Now you have a choice. You can ignore it and keep doing what you prefer, or you can adapt and focus on storytelling. This is where many people struggle, because changing direction feels like admitting you were wrong. But in reality, it's progress. At some point, every idea reaches a moment where you have to decide. Do you keep going, or do you change direction? This is the idea of pivot or persevere. If your data shows that things are working, even slowly, you keep going. You improve, refine, and build on what's already working. But if your data shows that people aren't responding, you pivot. You change something important. Maybe your audience, your product, your content style, or even your entire direction. Think about someone starting an online store. They begin by selling phone accessories. After weeks of effort, they get almost no sales. Instead of quitting completely, they analyze the situation. Maybe the market is too crowded. Maybe the demand isn't strong. So they pivot. They switch to fitness products. Suddenly, they start getting attention, traffic, and sales. Same effort, different direction, better results. The mistake most people make is holding on to their original idea for too long. They become emotionally attached. They feel like changing direction means failure. But the truth is, staying stuck in a bad direction is the real failure. Here's something surprising. In this system, failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the process. Every failed test gives you information. Every wrong step shows you what doesn't work. And that brings you closer to what does. The faster you test and fail, the faster you learn. And the faster you learn, the faster you improve. So instead of avoiding failure, you use it. Because your idea doesn't matter as much as your ability to adapt it. The people who succeed are not the ones with perfect ideas. They're the ones who learn faster than everyone else. Now, another important concept is how you measure success. Most people focus on numbers that look good, but don't really mean much. Things like views, likes, downloads. These are often called vanity metrics. They feel good, but they don't always tell you if you're actually making progress. Real progress comes from meaningful metrics, numbers that reflect real behavior and real value. For example, imagine your app gets 10,000 downloads. That sounds impressive, but if only a small percentage of people actually use it regularly, then something is wrong. The number that matters is not downloads. It's active users. Similarly, on YouTube, views matter, but watch time and retention matter more, because they show whether people actually care about your content. When you focus on the right metrics, you see the truth more clearly, and that helps you make better decisions. Another powerful idea is continuous improvement. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment to release something big, you make small improvements constantly. You release, test, adjust, and repeat. Think about the apps you use every day. They don't update once a year. They update regularly. Small changes, small fixes, small improvements. That's how they stay relevant. This approach keeps you connected to your audience. You're not guessing what they want. You're responding to what they show you. And here's a deeper truth that most people overlook. People don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they spend too much time thinking and not enough time testing. Planning feels safe. It feels productive, but it doesn't create real-world results. Action does. When you take action, you get feedback. When you get feedback, you gain clarity. And clarity helps you move forward. The strongest idea in this entire approach is simple. You don't need a perfect idea to succeed. You need a system that helps you find what works. Because your first idea will probably be wrong, and that's completely normal. What matters is how quickly you discover that and what you do next. Success is not about getting it right the first time. It's about improving faster than others. So here's something you can do right now. Take any idea you have. It could be a business idea, a content idea, anything. Now ask yourself one question. What is the smallest version of this I can test in the next 24 hours? Not next week. Not next month. Today. Maybe it's posting one video. Maybe it's creating a simple landing page. Maybe it's sharing your idea with a small group of people. Do something real. Something that gives you feedback. Because the moment you start testing, you stop guessing. And in the end, the difference between people who succeed and those who don't is not intelligence or resources. It's this simple shift. Some people wait until everything feels ready. Others start before they're ready and figure things out as they go. And in a world that keeps changing, the ones who learn the fastest are the ones who move forward.